In the summer of 1934, Hitler had been chancellor about a year and a half, but there was still quite a bit of opposition to Hitler within the borders of Germany. Not everyone was enthralled with his methods of governing. There were some people who were thinking, well, maybe this isn't the guy for the job. The Night of the Long Knives was probably the most significant single episode in Hitler's rise to power.
The 30th of June, 1934. The date German freedoms and the rule of civilized law died at the hands of Adolf Hitler. In the hours that became known as the Night of the Long Knives, he murdered his way to dictatorship. A string of pitiless assassins worked for 48 hours to purge all who might contest him for absolute power or threaten to reveal an unsavory past. At that terrible moment, Adolf Hitler went from just another powermonger in a chaotic political machine to a brutal dictator.
In this two-day span, he eliminated all meaningful opposition within the German borders. It was a precursor, you might say, of what was to follow on a much larger and frightening scale. It was a prelude to the Holocaust.
Germans, safe in their beds on the night of the 30th of June 1934, were not aware that a great disaster was unfolding outside. SS and Gestapo men sped to well-mapped destinations with lists of the doomed in their hands. They pounded on doors and led away bewildered people who would not be seen alive again. In his headquarters in Munich, Adolf Hitler and his inner circle nervously ticked off arrests as word came back from a network spread across Germany. From Berlin, Stettin, Breslau, Dresden, Glewitz, and other cities, word came of the progress of the purge. By 10 o'clock in the morning, lists of those arrested were growing, and Hitler authorized the next step. He sent the code word Kolibri, the German word for hummingbird, for the final massacre to begin. The tension grew.